Okay, y'all, I think this video is really important. I got the idea for this concept because I thought back to something really funny that my best friend did, and I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this, okay? So we were out at a rooftop. They had live music. Obviously the drinks were circulating. There was food being ordered. And because the music was so loud, I had to go from sitting across from her to sitting next to her. We had just got done drinking and eating, and I didn't even realize that I was all up in her face. I was saying something to her. And she responds and says, wow, you just drank and ate and your breath does not stink. Wow. And I was like, mind you, I'm lit at the time, so I just start cracking up, and I was like, yeah, I would hope not. What? She was saying how she has had experiences where her and her friends will be out, and you know, men will come up to them and the breath wasn't always too pleasant. And so she posted a video about, what would y'all tell people if their breath wasn't pleasant? Would y'all just hand them gum? Would y'all tell them, hey, would you be straightforward? Would you just walk away? What would you do? She was like, because you're disrupting the atmosphere. And I just thought she was just too funny for that. But I was like, you know what? This is a great opportunity to talk about dental hygiene, because maybe a lot of people aren't aware that there are things they can do to prevent that from happening. And so that's what we're gonna talk about today, so. And before we get started, I just wanna say that I know a lot about this topic because I used to write articles for dental websites so that they can get more traction. So I've done a lot of research, and you know, it's important, okay? So it is something that we should all know. Okay, first things first, you should be brushing your teeth every single day. No ifs, ands, or buts. And you should be using an electric toothbrush. My dentist recommended the Oral-B electric toothbrush. That's what I've been using for years, and I love it. If I can find a picture, I'll put it here somewhere. You want an electric toothbrush because it's just gonna have a deeper reach than a regular standard toothbrush. The next thing is you need to be flossing. There's no way around this, okay? You need to be flossing every single day, okay? If you're eating every day, you need to be flossing every day, because brushing is just not enough. I guarantee you, whether you brush before or after you floss, there's always gonna be some sort of food particle in your teeth, deep in there, because toothbrushes just can't reach that far. Every single time you floss, you're gonna notice, damn, was way up in there. It's not something that you can see with the naked eye. It's underneath your gums. It's inside, okay? So if you're just like looking straight on after you brush your teeth, like, okay, I'm good. No, you're not. You need to go on ahead and get some dental floss. I like the one that's just the string. They also sell the ones that look like they're on picks, but for me, that doesn't have too much of a reach. I need deep reach, and I like to use the loose, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just like the string, the dental floss that's just string, not the ones that come in like the little picks. No. Because you wanna be able to get in there, pull it out. Every day, okay? Every day. Another thing that you should be doing, no ifs, ands, or buts, is you need to be tongue scraping. A lot of bacteria gets caked up on the tongue, and that's where a lot of odor is as well. So even if you're brushing and flossing and you're not tongue scraping, your breath may still have an odor because there's still bacteria. You need to scrape your tongue. We eat every day. You need to just scrape, okay? You know, majority of the odor and bacteria is probably there, so that will help drastically. So those are the 3 things that you cannot skip out on. You have to do that every day. There's no way around that, okay? The next thing that I've done, and you can do it if you're interested, is oil pulling. Usually that's what you do before you brush and floss and tongue scrape. You swish around oil in your mouth for maybe 10 minutes. When you first start though, you should start with 2 minutes and then work your way up to 5 minutes, and then you can work your way up to 10 minutes. There are known benefits for oil pulling. It's supposed to pull all the bacteria out, and it's supposed to help give your breath like a fresher scent. I'll try to put a picture of the one I use here. So, but yeah, those are the things that you can do, and you'll notice a drastic difference. The next thing is you need to be keeping up with your dental appointments. Some people have to go twice a year, every 6 months. Some people have to go every 3 months. Some people haven't been in so long that they gotta go even more frequently. So I just encourage keep up with your dental appointments, because those annual visits, when they do your x-ray and they do your basic cleaning, they're gonna scan and check your teeth and your gums just to make sure there are no issues. These are preventative visits because they can see things and you may not even be experiencing symptoms. That's why these visits are so crucial, because if your dentist sees something, they can get ahead of it. Even if it may not be bothering you or causing you any pain, when they do these exams, they can prevent you from experiencing further pain down the line. They can just get ahead of things before things worsen, before you might need drastic dental care. So definitely stick to those appointments. And when they do those cleanings, they have tools where even though you may be flossing and brushing every day, they still are able to scrape out things in your teeth that just build up over time naturally. A lot of that comes from plaque. When plaque hardens, it turns into tartar. That can also be from your diet, okay? If you are constantly drinking soda or sugary drinks, or constantly eating sugar, like processed foods, fried foods, junk food, you're more likely to develop plaque. And if you're not flossing regularly, you're going to develop tartar, because it just hardens when you don't get rid of it. Sugary foods are more likely to turn into plaque versus when you are eating foods like fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables can definitely help reduce plaque buildup. When you eat stuff like that, it stimulates saliva production, which helps wash away excess food particles. Depending on if the vegetable or fruit is crunchy, it's kind of like you're using a natural toothbrush, because the crunchiness, it will help scrub away plaque and bacteria, believe it or not. And fruits and vegetables provide minerals and vitamins that are overall great for your dental health. And I'm talking about foods like apples, carrots, celery. These foods help physically scrub away plaque buildup and just food particles in your teeth and gums. And also when you're consuming fruits and vegetables, make sure they are high in vitamin C, calcium, phosphorus. These are all things that are great for tooth enamel and overall dental health. They help clean plaque, they help freshen the breath. It doesn't hurt. Eat some fruits and veggies, okay? Eliminate the trash food. The next thing is taking probiotics. These are the ones I take. Probiotics, because they help get rid of all the bad bacteria in your stomach, it ultimately helps with your breath. It's a win-win. And probiotics help promote healthy bacteria in the mouth. Another thing you want to do is constantly drink water. Drink water, drink water, drink water. Drink herbal teas, drink peppermint tea. You can put some lemon and mint in your tea. These are also going to help. Now, if you are doing everything that I've listed and you're still experiencing odor, that can be an indication of other underlying health issues. Plaque buildup can also be associated with cardiovascular issues. Some dental issues are a result of other things like perhaps diabetes. Unfortunately, diabetes can increase the risk of tooth decay and gum disease. So if you're still experiencing odor, I would encourage you to not only schedule an appointment with your dentist, but also with your doctor and just get some tests run just to make sure everything's okay. These tips should definitely help you. I know we're all gonna be outside this summer. A lot of people are gonna be at rooftops or just out and about in people's face. And the last thing you wanna be worried about is how your breath smells. We don't wanna be self-conscious about that. We wanna be present. We wanna be having an amazing time. We wanna be creating beautiful memories. And we wanna just have a peace of mind. And I just feel like doing these things and taking care of yourself in this way is gonna help you have a better peace of mind when you're in people's face. That's gonna be the last thing you're thinking about is your breath, because you're like, I take care of my dental hygiene, okay? I had so much fun chopping it up with you guys as usual. Please let me know if this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next video, okay?